Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the User Hectic Podcast with me, your host, Justin Freeburn. We're back, baby. So yeah, these episodes are coming out on a Friday, as usual. Everything's been going smoothly. Before we get into anything, go follow fucking Scaldy Comedy on Instagram and go to the link and buy tickets to the upcoming shows. The one that's after that, I think I'm recording this a bit too early in the week, but this week we will have been in the Sunflower, and I just know it's going to be great anyway. You don't even have to fucking make an assumption. You don't even have to be there. But if you were there, you knew it was class anyway. So the last one was absolutely fantastic. We were in Bennigan's Bar in Derry, and it was class. It was great crack. You can watch that on YouTube. The full episode of it's about 2 hours long, so might be a few shifts at work kind of video. But so the next show after that should be the 22nd of June. You can grab your tickets for that on Eventbrite there, or you can click on the link on the Scaldy Comedy Instagram bio, and you will have great laughs. Or you wanna laugh your wee bollocks, do you? You wanna piss yourself? You wanna choke on your drink? It's a threat. That's not a fucking. We're not laughing here. I'm threatening you. Joking. YouTube, we're within 5 minutes, and I know you're going to fucking cancel this already. So yeah, get your tickets to Scaldy Comedy. It should be good crack. Off the bat this week, crazy stuff. You ever notice we get all our news from TikTok? Recently, there's a trend on TikTok about how gingers are now welcomed into the black community. I don't know what exactly that means. Someone called me cousin yesterday. I don't know if that means that we are officially indoctrinated to the cookout. But I'm seeing a lot of people starting to realise that there is a bit of a correlation between red-headed people and like whatever kind of black person you are. If you're African American, if you're actually from Nigeria, Ghana, wherever you're from. I think it's great. I grew up with a lot of black friends. I had a lot of black influences growing up. It's kind of nice to be looked at not as a piece of shit, because a lot of this is the thing. A lot of black people are realizing that ginger people took a bit of stick growing up. I don't know. Everyone's experiences are different, but mine, I got a lot of stick growing up. I got pushed about. I got beat up. I got made fun of for being redheaded. And every time you would try to make a case for it, you just sounded like a nutcase. So you'd be like, "Oh, here, this is fucking nuts. Why are you bullying me for just the colour of my hair? That's bad. That should be something. There should be something to say you can't do that." But no, teachers would join in shit. Not the trauma dump on you. It's just the way it was. So it's nice to, people are looking at it. I've seen a lot of, know what I think it is as well? I think it's a lot of ginger women being looked up, because have you ever seen a ginger woman, she's maybe wearing a green dress, looks phenomenal, the standard for the human beauty, like, unbelievable, and then you look at a ginger man and it's me, and I look like I have a fucking prison pen pal. So it goes different ways. There's different levels to it. But I think people are starting to realize that ginger people can be fetishized. I don't care if you're into gingers, fucking happy days. Here's my number, it's 3. And so, people, red hair will be fetishized. I've seen a lot of girls coming out, they can get a lot of, they're being sexualized. Like, a lot of women will experience things like men saying to them, "Oh, does the carpet match the drapes?" Things like that. Which, by the way, if you're saying shit like that to a woman, kill yourself. Just fucking die. There's no need for that. Why the fuck would you say that to a human being? Like, it's crazy. I don't get people at all. Like, just starting to realise how woke I sound on this podcast. It's crazy. Went from whenever I had guests on, I was just trying to get a laugh out of them, and I would say the most mental shit, and now I'm like, fucking, peace be with you, brother. I don't know what way we're working it now, but sure, happy days. Maybe I'm growing up. Maybe I'm showing empathy. I don't know. Maybe I'm enjoying the fact that I like that people, humans are humans, and I like to think of people aren't, I don't like to think of people as being diverse. I like to think of just everyone as just someone, Don't know what that means. We'll figure it out. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool to see that. It's cool to see that, like, it's mostly like, the English and the American black community. They would be looking at they're starting to bring us in, But I always say, like, there's no one loves rap music more. There's no one loves black culture more than gingers and Jewish people. Like, you ever seen a Jewish kid in America? They fucking love rap music. Look at Seth Rogen and the boys. They're all into it. They can't make a movie without a fucking rap. what's the fucking word for like a fuck? I'm stupid today. Shouldn't have recorded this today. I feel dopey. Yeah, but no, I think it's a cool correlation. But it's funny to watch like other people get mad about it, where people are like, you know, they'll put a post up being like, oh yeah, this is the gingers and the blacks are getting along, and the rest of the white people are like, well, you know, technically they're not actually black, you know, and you're like, it's not about that, it's a bit of fucking crack, dickhead, it's a bit of laugh. They're just, you know, getting along, and you don't want to see that. You're just mad. You know that fucking Chris Brown song is like, I can't see how you're high from outside of the club. You can't even get in. That's exactly what it is, you know. I don't know, like I'm just I vibe with everyone. I'm chill, you know, unless you're fucking wee dick and I don't like you. But I'm just chill with everyone, so I enjoy this bit of crack that's going on with it. So if you're taking it too fucking seriously and too, like, you know, I'm seeing a lot of like, you know, TikToks of people in the black community being like, no, we can't just let people into our culture. And you're like, bro, who gives a fuck? What are you talking about? Nobody cares. It's all a bit of crack. People want to feel noticed by another group, especially, you know, a group that is probably on the social scale. Like black people are looked at on the hierarchy of like coolness. They're the higher up ones, you know, so it's like, you know, if people, you know, if redheads are treated like shit by their own fucking communities, you might as well just let them get a bit of love from the black community, you know, it's cool. Same way that gingers will always gingers I think are diehards for black people. As I say, I grew up with black mates, I've defended black mates, I've, you know, so it's very, I have black friends kind of shit, isn't it? No, but it was like I was surrounded by, I grew up in a diverse neighbourhood and shit, so, it's always it's just cool to watch. I think it's cool, you know. What else has been going on in the world? There's a new fucking Pope. Fucking Pope King Vaughn or whatever the fuck his name is. He his name is Vaughn or something, isn't it? I don't know. Wait there, hold on. His name was Pope. What's his name? Robertson Bob for one. Pope Bob. American born. Would you believe it? What are they like? Fucking taking over the world. So they are. Trump said it. But whenever he got in initially, with their new Pope name, I don't know what the fuck he's called, Pope. And he's Pope Leo XIV. God knows what fucking number that is. What did they get to like change it? You know, it's funny how the Catholic Church will get behind a dead name that way. But you won't call a trans person by their fucking real name, dickheads. Pope Robert Francis Prevost, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, is the 267th occupant of the throne of St. Peter. 267th. There's fucking kings that haven't been reigning that long. That's crazy. There's royal lineages or whatever, you know. What's the Pope's salary? Here we go. Here we fucking go. This is the real deep shit now. Fucking love it. The Pope was awarded a lavish salary of 30 grand per month. 30,000 euro a month. That cunt is earning approximately $33,800, which adds to about a total salary per year of their yearly salary is $405,600. Fuck out with your whole religious shit. Fucking, it's gone like, oh, God's like, oh, everyone's born equal, you know, no one will speak for me. Doesn't it not say that in the Bible? No one will speak for God, no one will interpret my will, no one, you know, should be higher up than another person. Like, everyone's born equal and made in my image. But then the cunt's getting fucking he's getting $500,000 a year just for, you know, like, what does he even do? I still don't know. What does the Pope do? That's why I need to know. What does fucking recommended search? What does the Pope do? He leads the central government of the Roman Catholic Church, making decisions on faith and morality. So he's speaking for God. That's what you're telling me. You're telling me the Pope speaks for God when it clearly says in the Bible. I don't know, I could be making it up. Someone who was religious told me that, so it's not exactly a fucking wildly strong source. But I thought it was something to do, you know, no one will interpret the will of God but God kind of thing. So now the Pope, you know, he's floating about going, no, listen, I tell you if the gay... That's basically what it all boils down to, isn't it? I tell you if the gays are good or not. And the last fella, what was his name? Francis, fucking Franco, Pope Franco. He was all about the gays, wasn't he? He was just like... He had a cool quote where he said something like... I would like to think that there's nobody in hell, that everybody went to heaven, which is cool, but it defeats the purpose of, you know, Catholicism then, because the whole thing is to scare you into, you know, behaving well and, you know, paying money to this fucking God's bank account. There's 1.3 billion Catholics in the world as well. Here, fucking tell that East Belfast, fucks him can't think they're ruling the place. Yeah, but there, need to look at up. Let's get all fucking sectarian today. How many? Well, there's 1.3 billion Catholics in the world. How many Protestants are there? Oh wait, 833 million, 833.5 million. You've got nothing on our 1.3 billion. I'm neither. I was raised. I'm a wee mixed boy, so I am. So it doesn't really matter to me. But I find that funny. Is there that you're a minority? You need to get them numbers up. They're rookie numbers, man. Right there. You're all fucking. How many Muslims? This is just the religion podcast now. How many Muslims are there in the world? 1.9 billion. Here, they're fucking here. Their religion's fucking taking over, man. The Islamic religion is absolutely killing it at the minute. They have approximately 2 billion followers. Trillion. Christianity's 2.3. Maybe I've read that wrong. I don't know. This is the Google podcast now. We just rely on Google for absolutely everything now. What is the largest religion? Scientology. Christianity. 2.3 billion followers. But that doesn't put down to like Catholic or Protestant or whatever. Christianity's just big all around. I want to know the real shit, you know. I want to know if you're Protestant or Catholic. I want to know are you Celtic or Rangers? That's what I'm trying to find out here. Who's got more followers, Celtic or Rangers? Either way, they're all shite. Hinduism has about 15% of the world. Buddhism 6.9. That's high, man. Folk religions. What's that, like fucking Mormonism or whatever? And Mormons are mad. I started prank calling them this week. So there's a guy I work with, and he's been being tortured by stupid enough to fucking give his phone number to a bunch of Mormons, American fellas as well. Ran into them in the fucking Asda, was buying a wee gluten-free beer, and ran into the cunts. They're mental. What are they at? I did see, like, I don't know much about their religion, but I do know that in their book it says something. This is the Hate on Religion podcast. People are going to think I'm fucking the next Ricky Gervais. I'm not. I'm agnostic. Full disclosure. I don't know anything. I don't know the answers to anything. I could be completely wrong. No matter what God's up there, I've slagged them at some point. So, yeah. But the Mormons, I read in it that the Mormon book says that they thinks vaguely along the lines of that black people are cursed and that they're demons, and that's why their skin is black. And I was like, hey lads, you fucking, you know, you had me in the first half with a couple of wives, you know what I'm saying? We're fucking getting polyamorous in this bitch. You know, we're getting, it's funny because they're like, oh, we don't like the fucking LGBT, that's another thing they don't like the gays. But then they're like, oh, here, but poly though, fucking give me a fucking, you know, we don't want to fuck any of them, but we'll have 14 wives, you know. I don't know anything about it. There's shit falling behind me as well. Cool. Hopefully nothing out of sight. Yeah, but they're mental. But but the new Pope, that's what I was talking about. The Pope, he seems like, he says he was born in America, saying the Americans were getting upset over the fact that he didn't make his speech. You know, they come out and they do their wee fucking initial speech and all, and they're like fucking praise be to God or whatever the fuck they say. Listen, who am I to fucking say anything? If you're listening to this, your head's racked too. Who the fuck wants to sit and listen to me? But basically, they say something like, they come out, they do their wee speech, and he did it in Spanish and Italian. So, let's be honest, most of them people that were at the Vatican when he was there, I would say the majority of them probably would have been some form of Hispanic-speaking country. You know, they were probably, you know, from Spain or whatever the fuck they were from, and they were in Italy. So the two main languages that you would probably want to speak there are Spanish and Italian. And the Americans were like, would you not want the Pope to speak our language? You know, I would expect him to go up there and speak. Let's be honest, the fucking Pope, this dude, he was born in Chicago, mental. We'll get into that in a second. Chicago, the big boys from CHIRAQ, the CHIRAQ Pope, man. He's great, you know, him, Chief Keef and King Von, the boys. Him and the Pope on fucking O-Block, like fucking throwing up gang signs, you know, threatening to kill Tekashi 6ix9ine. But he's from Chicago, but I think he was like, you know, raised in Peru or something, or he chose to be like Peruvian or something, which is cool enough, you know, like Tom Segura is like Peruvian or something, you know, but yeah, but no, what I found funny is the Americans getting annoyed at him, and it was like, no, you think he would speak American, goddammit, and you're like, Jesus, you fuckers never stop, do you? And I think they all got annoyed that he didn't have like the same views as Trump. I could be wrong in that. I'm seeing headlines. You know how we take in fucking we take in information nowadays. You just get bulk headlines that are just fucking bold text. They say one line and you go, that's the truth. And you don't know, you don't even read into it. You don't click on the shit because you don't even want to give the fucking news companies the satisfaction of the view, you know. But we all just read shit like that. So whenever I seen like the Pope doesn't agree with Donald Trump on certain things, I was like, here for a little big man. He fucking, you know, it's good. It'll get all the religious people maybe hopping on to the fact that the last two popes probably disagreed with a lot of stuff that Trump has been given these fucking right-wing nutcases all over the world an excuse to be. You know, they've been homophobic or racist or whatever. This is like the fucking social awareness podcast now, Jesus Christ. When he says something funny, man, you know, I'm not funny when I'm on my own. I just go into rants about shit. I need a riff off someone. We need a guest. Give me recommendations for a guest. We'll get them on here. We'll talk about how the Pope's from fucking O'Block. You know, he's rolling around with the strap on him. You know, he's got the blicky. He's rolling up on fucking. He's rolling up on the apps, hitting the fucking. You know, the quick run around, the turn around. Fucking rolling down the window, fucking pop, 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 hits the Protestants clean across the fucking wild face by. It'd be so funny, wouldn't it? The Pope doing drive-bys on fucking other religions. He's just like screaming out. He's like, "Oh, block bitches," you know, for bleeding. That's cool though. I think that's like such a funny thing to think that the Pope, the most religious man on the planet, was born in the exact same place as Kanye West. Like, how do you like? I feel like we're in like a live action role play right now. We're in like some sort of like it's some form of like scripted play we're a part of. Like it's bound to be the Matrix or something, man. There's no way you could write that. There's no way you go, Kanye West is from the same place as the highest up religious person that you can get. Like if you're in any faith or whatever, the highest up person from that place in that religion, Kanye West was born in the same place as it, you know. The Windy City, they call it, with the big bean and all. Old Pope fucking Robert, big Pope Bob there flicked the bean and all, you know. I don't know what he's at. Don't know how long he lived there or what, but here for a play him. He speaks multiple languages and I think that's cool, you know. A lot of Americans barely speak English, fuck them. But seeing there was because we were in work and they had the TVs with the news on, fucking as I say, you know, just bold headlines constantly. Trump says this, and everyone goes, "Fuck, Trump's bad," and then it goes, "Yeah, but they say this," and then they're like, "Oh, never mind, Trump's not that bad," and you go, oh, "But nobody's giving a fuck, nobody's reading into anything." But anyway, they had the news on TV constantly, like 24/7, and when the Pope died, when Al Franci got arrested, he croaked it, and he went up to the, you know, up to the Garden Eden or where the fuck you go when you die and you're Catholic. He passed, and then we were seeing lots of religious shit going on around the world. People were reenacting the fucking Passion of Christ and stuff, you know, like that, like he died in the hill or whatever the fuck it was. He was just real stubborn, that's what it was. No, but like, you know, when Hitler, Jesus, speaking of Kanye, no, whenever the Pope died, all the religious fanatics around the world, people in like Spanish countries were doing like reenactments of the death of Jesus and stuff, and it would just be like dudes on like a fucking I'm going to try and get a photo of it here and I'll put it up. Crucifixion, that's what it's called, isn't it? Crucifixion reenactment. Crucifixion reenactment. Where were they doing it? Like Spain? I don't know. These guys were nuts. There's fucking one with a child on it. Jesus Christ. No, we can't show that one. Fuck me. But it's so funny. They make like the fella carry the cross and all, and then the time to it, but what looks like fucking toilet paper or something. I don't know. But wait there, I'll screen record this. Let's throw her up, Justin. Look at all this shit. Look at this fella here. I'll Shutterstock posting the photos of fucking Jesus being trailed by a rope. And do you think they're getting like all like overly dramatic with it and all? Do you think they're like, this guy's getting like an Oscar for this performance? Like look at, wow, imagine trying to play one of the Roman soldiers. You're just playing one of the baddest bastards ever known in history. The fellas here, look at this, man. What is... Like, these guys are nuts. The guy in the background here, I'm just laughing at this guy in the background here in the red. The most cheaply made outfit ever. He's wearing like a fucking, you know, like the Batman and Robin costume he got from like Burning Desires and Portadown. He's just not built like a Roman soldier at all. His wee fucking skinny legs and all on him. Oh, I love it, but it's class crack. But they're fucking like they do the whole. They actually get them up on the hang and all. Tell you one thing, there's no health and safety officer involved in this. So I'm meant to be like fucking Mary and Joseph watching them. Whatever happened to Joseph? Do they say in the Bible what happened to Joseph? I don't know. It's just like it maybe left. Because let's be honest here, if your wife gave birth to a child that wasn't your own, you were like, oh, she's a virgin and all. Next thing you know, she's having a child. You wouldn't be sticking about, would you? Teaching him fucking carpentry, you know. Let me. You want to go out and play catch, kiddo? You know, it's like he fucking looks like a cunt god, so he does. He doesn't look like me or nothing. But yeah, here, what's the hiring process for this sort of thing? Do you think guys are just like, who has the biggest six pack? That's what I need to know. But I don't know, fair play to him. There's that one guy again. Jesus Christ, he's just fucking floating about. He has to be in the camera at all times. Oh, there's the other guys as well. This is another thing I seen. These guys, these guys who wore these like clan hoodies. I don't know where it was. What's the religious is going to be getting me put in some form of fucking religious walk in Spain. No. With hoods. There's a load of smicks run about by. Look at this, man. These guys, I don't know. I don't know, man. These guys, white flag here. I don't know how to. I don't know. Going back to race here. Is this like some form of like is this where like it started with religion and then it went to, the racists sort of like overtook it and they were like, look, God's given me the fucking permission to go and chase after some coloured folk here, fuck me, like look at like these guys, like it couldn't be any creepier. Imagine bringing your child out to watch that and you're like, anyway, here's these fucking clan witch doctors walking down the road with their crosses and all. I don't know what. If you're listening to the audio in this, man, you might want to switch over to because I know the audio is the visual is on Spotify as well, but these guys, it's like that scene out of Django, fuck's sake. Nobody brought an extra bag. That's one thing good about the Tarantino movie. People give him a lot of stick for being, they were like, oh no, this movie's racist or whatever. Clearly not, because it's probably racist in the sense that he read himself to say the N-word about 3,000 times. But he makes like the clan members the stupidest fuckers on the planet, and it's so funny to watch. It's basically what they're like in real life, but he made them like so, like they're just going through like normal everyday stuff. It's like my Willard's wife made them. It's great, but and then they all get blue to shit. That's funny. But these guys, by fucking them hoods are wild. Not a drop of fashion between them. But I bet you in Spain that's like considered like drip. Like in this country, if you're wearing like a fucking tracksuit and some fresh Nikers, people like that, you can go, fella, bit of money behind him. Some of the doles threw a lock of pound behind that fella, and he's kicking about in some 95s now. But they think in Spain they're just like, fuck yeah. Got to get me one of them white hoods, bro. We got to get me one. I got to walk about like a folded up piece of fucking paper, man. You gotta flip me upside down like an ice cream cone, bro. That's what I need. I don't know, but the fucking the points on the hood as well is about fucking 19 feet tall. I don't get it. What are they called? Hooded pointy hoods. I don't. Religious. Why do the religious? Well, the religious people kill everything. Religious people can't spell where, that's not the wrong thing. Where the appointee shouldn't be typing with one hand. Pointy hoods, that's what I need to find out. Fuck, that's creepy looking, man. In some Christian traditions, particularly during Holy Week celebrations in Spain and other Hispanic countries, penitents were appointed hoods called capriotes. Couldn't say that. As part of the uniform, these hoods, part of the ritual garment, are worn to show penance and focus attention on the religious act rather than on the individual. Right, okay, so it's basically to cover up their face, so you're not going, oh, here, I'll fucking John's out there doing it. You're just going, here, it's just a blank face. But that makes it even worse, because then whenever the clan members, they are the Triple K, the old Special K walked about with it, they were basically doing that in God's name then, and they were doing it in a sense where they're going, oh, we're going to be racist, but we're doing it on that. We want to focus on the act of the racism rather than the people being racist, which is just basically TikTok now. TikTok comments are just the fucking clan hoot of nowadays, because it's just people, hey, this podcast isn't funny. Holy shit, it's meant to be a comedy podcast. I'm just going in and fucking deep diving into the psychic consciousness of a racist, you know. Is there anything funny? Anyone's been watching Love on the Spectrum, you know. Now we're about halfway through it here. Let me see. We're doing this new segment. I put up a post every week with a podcast. We do this new segment now where we figure out if you're a piece of shit or not. The piece of shit segment. Let's fucking get it, man. Ooh, let's get that fucking piece of shit. We need to get some form of soundboard sorted for that, because I need to. Let's get on Fruity Loops tomorrow, right? Okay, so these are a few of the questions we got, right? Let me see. Did you ever call your living room the front room? I don't know. That your best room is for the guests only. Yeah, that we never had more than one room, but I do know in my granny's house, she had 2 living rooms, and one was called the front and the back room, even though they were in the same part of the house. They were in the same corner, but just divided by a wall. But they were just like, you know, oh no, if you're having guests over, you take them into the big room. And the other one was where my granny and granda sat and had a drink every night for 60 years. Smoked more binds in that room than any other human being. I swear to God. It's like, it was like fucking a Mayfair factory in there. It was crazy. Some sort of like contact lung infection from being in there. God rest them. Going to a 12th of July bonfire in full dress clothes, getting your good linens on to head to the 12th eye. But you'll be walking away smelling like smoke. That's what's going to happen in this situation. You know, you don't want your good Easter shirt being ruined by the smoke from a tricolor being burnt. I'm only joking, yous. Using the plastic bag as a lunchbox, often spar value or spar bag, super value or spar bag. That's great. Yeah, many is out there working on the fucking building sites, and someone whips out a fucking super value bag full of brioche buns with some chicken paste in it. Let me see. Boiling the kettle 5 times for 1 cup of tea. Yeah. It's an Irish nature, like, isn't it? You just fucking get. I don't think that makes you a piece of shit, though. I think it just makes you, like, everyone in Ireland has fucking ADHD. That's what that is. It's always the same thing. So I'll boil the kettle for a minute, and then 45 minutes later, you have to go back again because you've been talking about your cousin's new goodies. Your auntie's telling you about. You're like, oh, here, let me whack a cup of tea on for you there, and you go back to it 5 times to boil it because you don't know how to fucking just put your mind on the one thing at a time. It's great, like, having the good tea towels and one that's for Duran. One that's for Duran the dog. Yeah. I don't think we have any good tea towels in our house. My wee sister's an artist, so all our tea towels are covered in just paint and oil and shit. So we don't exactly have good ones, but I know my girlfriend's house, they have good tea towels. They have the good tea towels that they put out, like if you need to carry the hot plates. They heat their plates up. I find that weird. Protestants, do you heat your plates up? Let's fucking put a poll out there. Do Protestants heat their plates and Catholics eat off a cold plate? I don't know. I've never had a hot plate in my life, but like my girlfriend's family, what they would do is they would put the plate in the oven. I don't know if it kills all the germs on it or whatever, and then you have like a hot plate to keep your food warm or whatever. It seems like a good idea, but no, they would have like a good tea, like a good drying towel. They've one that they would use to like dry the dishes and stuff, and then they've one that they would use like if they've like company over and they're like, oh, here, carry your hot plate over to the table. Not to throw them under the bus like that, Describing every illness as a dose. Yeah. Again, it doesn't make you a piece of shit, just makes you Irish. A few doses around here. What? Fucking surrounded by them. More doses than a fucking hospital. Fuck. Yeah, no, every illness is a dose is a good one. Let me see. Okay. Having a family WhatsApp group that devolves into fights over who's taking Granny to the shop. Imagine like arguing over who's gonna fucking make sure your granny gets fresh air for that day. You know, your granny needs fucking vitamin D, and I'm at work here. You need to fucking bring her. It's not like a dog, like out walking the granny like a dog. Who's gonna here? What do you fucking? You've left the lead out there. You know, your granny's at the back taking a piss. There's a bit knot somewhere. I sure your granny there. She's in her bed. You need to go wake her up and take her to the shop. Let me see. Ironing clothes in the kitchen. That's a normal thing. I wouldn't say it makes you a piece of shit. Do you ever have to put the immersion on for hot water? Yeah. That makes you a piece of shit. Like, it makes you from a scumbag, or you get the immersion on, and then you complain about how the fucking, you know, the electric bill's so high because the immersion heater was left on by your wee cousin or something, and you don't know who to blame for it. Did your school shoes double as funeral shoes? Yeah. Putting Lynx Africa in every part of your body. Yeah. Real piece of shit move there. Like, people who fucking spray deodorant in an office. I seen that. That was one of the ones the other week. Fucking wild. Have you ever drank Buckfast from a Lucozade bottle? Blasphemy. That's blasphemy right there, mate. You drink it straight out of the bottle, putting it in a Lucozade bottle. Like, who wrote this? A fucking 14-year-old? Hold on. Have you ever been to Portrush and said it's like being abroad? Now, what do you mean by this? You saying it's like being abroad? Like, you mean it's like being a woman? Or yeah, no, it's definitely a thing where me and my girlfriend were in St. Field the other day, and it was like fucking 23 degrees, and I was like, it smells like holidays. You know, it smells like being on holidays around here. It smells like Lanzarote or something. You know, only, you know, the difference is that it's sheer sectarianism you're smelling outside of an orange hall in St. Field. But yeah, it's a good one. Did you ever buy cigarettes? Did you ever buy fags individually from a corner shop back in the day? Not to throw them under the bus, but there was a shop in Lurgan where you used to go and get your single cigarettes, and it was very funny. Now, the guy would sell you them for 50p or like 3 for a pound or something. The guy was making money too. He would sell you them at any age. I remember being like 11, being like, "Here, here's 3 singles." I'll not name him or anything, like, because I'm pretty sure he still goes. But anyone from Lurgan, you'll fucking know the crack with him. But he's a good lad, so he is. Yeah, I think you can go in there and get anything, get your fucking computer cleaned. It's mental. Let me see what else we got here. We'll do one more maybe. Spare bags under the sink. Yeah, we don't do it in the sink. We have a bag that hangs up in the back of the door that we stick it, but it's just another plastic bag. It's just like a super value bag. It's my dad's lunch. Let me see. How do we fry? Put chips on it? No, it's a fucking English thing. You're not putting chips in a fry, you pervert. Fuck, what do I look like here? Calling your dinner your tea. Have you ever described your house as Baltic because someone has opened the window for 2 seconds? Yeah, we're a dramatic race, aren't we? We're a dramatic race of people, the Irish. It'll be like fucking 18 degrees, and if someone opens a window or turns the air conditioner on, it's fucking Baltic in here, and I'm like, maybe you shouldn't have worn a t-shirt in Northern Ireland, dickhead, you know? Hate that. Working in an office is the worst. See, when you work in a place that's got like all different age ranges of people, and they're like, there's just like, nobody can regulate their body temperature. I'm good at it. If it's cold, I'll wear a jacket. If it's warm, I'll wear a t-shirt. See people who are like, you need to go turn that heating up. You need to go turn that heating down. I'm like, you're in a fucking vest. What are you doing? Sort your shit out. Sitting there like fucking Jack Frost. You know? Sitting there like you're in fucking Marbella. And it's fucking -3 degrees outside. You're in Northern Ireland with the most bipolar weather on the planet. Dress for it. You lived here all your life. Fucking Susan. Denise, listen, you've been here from you were fucking no age. You came out of your dad's ball sack in this fucking island. And you don't know how to regulate your body temperature. I don't know if it's because I'm like a fucking penguin in the case that I'm so hairy that I'm like fucking thermal, you know? So I just keep, if I'm cold, I'm cold. If I'm cold, I keep myself cold, or vice versa. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm just going on a rant now about fucking, you know, old Susan from The Office, the bitch. But yeah, anyway, that was that was whether or not we determine if you're a piece of shit. Safe to say there's a few pieces of shit in there. Say if there was a few non ones, the good tea towels wouldn't make you a piece of shit. Having no good tea towels makes you a piece of shit, which is our case, Let me see what else we got. I'm still gluten free at the minute. My girlfriend has took more of a. This is just what's going on with me at the moment. And my girlfriend has took more of a hand in this whole gluten free thing than I have, because if I have anything with gluten in it, my stomach will be absolutely crippled. But I'm also absolutely devastated with social anxiety, so I hate being in a restaurant asking for anything with gluten in it, or gluten free, because I feel like in Northern Ireland people don't believe in it. People go, "I fuck up, you're fucking making it all up and all," and then I just shit myself to death for 2 weeks if I do eat wheat. It's fun. But yeah, my girlfriend, she's on the forums and shit. She's like got an app where she like texts people. She posts photos of like restaurants and stuff, and they give out all these. She paid like £7 for it. It's crazy, and I have no idea. I'm literally like, if I didn't have her, I would just be going into the world in restaurants just asking for 3 slices of bacon. That's how I'd be doing it right now, But he's all into it, but she loves it. She's the only reason I'm probably alive at the minute. I'd either starve myself to death or shit myself to death at this point. So it's great that she's all into it. She's got me going to like gluten-free chippies and shit. Went to one in Bangor there, big thick fucking doorstop goujons by something you would fucking hit a Land Rover with and a rat. Like, swear to God, it was class, man. So go check out if you're gluten free, go check out the fucking chip stop in Bangor. They're great gluten free sausages in it. I've had a few gluten free sausages since. By the way, who'd have knew? Who'd have knew there was fucking wheat in a sausage? I thought it was just some pork. They put everything in that shit. It's fucking car tire cleaner in that shit. Fucking Febreze. I don't know. They're putting mad shit in that, but I have to get gluten-free sausages now. That's fun. But they basically they do gluten-free sausages, like chip shop sausages. Class, by real clean place. Go check out the chip stop in Bangor there. It's great. It's also got me I've never had more fucking bread in my life. Like, I swear I was like, oh, you know what, I could maybe use this opportunity to get off bread, since I can't eat a lot of it. And like my girlfriend, my mother, my mother-in-law, they're all just fucking shoving bread. They're going to find this different type of bread, fucking stuff that down you, fucking, I'm going to get a fucking yeast infection. But yeah, they're wild for it. They're force feeding me bread every day. I've had more bread in this last 4 weeks than I have had, collectively in my entire life. And a lot of it's stinking. It's like fucking eating a flip-flop. It's like the same texture as like a foam that you would get. It's like styrofoam. And then people are like, this is good. And by the way, Bunsen Burger, sort me out. I seen you were doing fucking sponsorships for local businesses and stuff. Sort me out. I see you do gluten-free bops. Went in, tried one. Bit too much bread going on for it, the burger action, but it was alright, It was definitely something, sort me out. Just fucking get me sorted. But yeah, I don't know. But what has User Hectic become? This fucking podcast went downhill, man. But I love it. It's a bit of therapy for me. It gets me out in the open. It gets me talking to people. Keeps me relevant in the comedy scene. But this is what we're doing, If you want to listen to some fucking, uneducated bullshit, we're right here. If you want to go listen to some fucking podcast where they read into shit, go listen to the fucking conspiracy guys. No, you want to come here unadulterated muck. That's what we are. We're doing over here. We'll get more guests on coming up, and I'll actually ask them questions rather than me just sitting here ranting like a fucking schizophrenic lunatic. But we'll get them all sorted in the future. We'll have some good guests on. Scaldy Comedy live podcast, that's on that. We may have another podcast added to the channel, me and a guy, so you can check that out. Just keep an eye out for that. I'm not sure when the update on that's going to be, but it should be good. But essentially, Scaldy Comedy is the main thing at the minute. Get tickets for that. They're absolutely great shows, and they're recorded live and stuff. So if you don't get down to the show, watch it on YouTube. It's on this YouTube channel, Justin Freeburn. It's absolutely great. Put a lot of work into it and a lot of money. So please go to it and please watch it. I just want people to see it. So I'm not out here begging you, but I'll pay you to watch it at this point. But yeah, well, listen, that was another week of User Hectic. Thank you for tuning in. If you stuck in this far, your head's fucking fried, man. You probably need to go to a therapist after this. But here, thanks for listening, folks, and tell your dad stop texting me. So woo!